Do this interview with us.
You're welcome.
First question that we had for you, just briefly in your own words, can you summarize what the LEAP department's mission here is at Weber State?
Oh, actually, our mission has a twofold purpose.
Okay.
The first one is to teach academic English to students who are planning to graduate from an American university. So the kinds of English that we teach the kinds of writing assignments, the way hand-in papers, what they should look like, how to give presentations, what kind of listening, like note-taking, to expect in lecture classes. Also, how to read textbooks at an academic level and increase students' academic vocabulary so that they don't feel at a disadvantage when they're in classroom with other American students. The second part of our purpose is to help students understand American culture in general and American university culture in particular. So, for example, how to call your instructor professor, how to how to make appointments with your professor during office hours, what office hours are, what are the professor's expectations of you as a student so that you don't feel like everybody else knows how to do stuff on the university and you don't.
Sure.
Also, we helped students understand what facilities are available to them, how to use the gym, the library, all of the things that we have available, the writing centers, the testing centers. And so we offer community-based learning where students in those classes go out into the community with a professor and do projects with American people, and so they communicate with them in a natural setting, but at the same time they write reflection papers to think about what they've learned about American people, about different expressions that we use when we're talking, just kinds of the natural community stuff. So those are the two purposes of our program: academic English and culture, university culture and general culture in the community. So,
awesome.
Yeah, I think it has, the students really appreciate that.
And I saw a note outside that you've been doing, I think, LEAP, or at least a similar program for going on 30 years now?
Yeah, actually next year is my 35th year teaching here. I've been teaching English since 1970.
Okay. What makes Weber State's English program for foreign students particularly successful, or what about Weber's program is?
Well, first of all, it's our purpose, our mission statement, because a lot of English programs are not specifically focused on academic achievement, academic success using English. And so that's one of them. Another one is that our classes are academic classes, just like any other class on campus. They count for graduation, they're credit-bearing classes. They also count for a second language if you're getting a degree in one of the arts, like a Bachelor of Arts. It fulfills the second language requirement. So all of the classes that we teach from levels 4 through 7 are fully credit-bearing, just like any other class on campus. And so that's one thing. Another thing is that when students finish our program, they can go right into their freshman English 1010 and into 2010. And our program prepares them to succeed in those classes. So they don't have to take a TOEFL test. They can be fully matriculated students without a TOEFL score. They just come to us, we place them in our program, they go through the classes. When they're finished, they can move on in the university wherever they need to go. So in level 7, which is our highest level, they only take 2 classes with us. The rest of the classes are other classes on campus. And we do a lot of advising. We do a lot of student support. So any questions that students have about what classes to take, we teach them how to register. Everything is just, I guess you would call a full service program.
Awesome. Okay, the next question is kind of 2 parts. What are some of the challenges that Japanese students specifically face when they come to America to try and learn English as a second language, and what could they do to prepare themselves before coming so that they're successful in the program here?
Well, first of all, our Japanese students are very successful in our program.
Awesome.
So they come quite prepared. The Japanese students that we have seen through the years already have very good study skills, excellent study skills. They are very mature, they are very respectful, they are very organized, they are very dependable, they come to class on time, they do their assignments on time. So as far as that goes, those are things that we sometimes have to focus on with other students, but not with our Japanese students. However, I've noticed that for most of our Japanese students, they're a little bit shy when they first come, and people are talking to them, and they seem a little bit shy to talk. But they get over that. It takes a month or maybe a couple of months for them to just kind of get over that shock, because I think for many of the students, they want to be perfect. They want to answer every question perfectly. They want to say everything perfectly. But that's not how conversation goes anyway. We all just talk and correct our mistakes and everything. So I think for most of our students, after they've been here a couple of months, they get their feet on the ground. They start to find out, hey, it's really not so difficult to make friends.
Sure.
It's not so difficult to let people know what I'm thinking, to have conversation with people, to answer questions from people. They kind of settle in. And once they do, they really seem to enjoy the experience of being here. So I think that our Japanese students are already quite prepared when they come.
Awesome.
So I would say just my advice is to jump in and don't worry about it.
Fantastic.
We have a program, we have conversation partners.
Yeah.
So that means that all of our students have an opportunity to meet with a native speaking, American English speaking person every week. And that is a really good kind of icebreaker for students, to just get one-on-one with somebody, and you can ask them all kinds of questions. Why do Americans do this? I heard this. What does it mean?
Sure.
And they can kind of test the waters with, conversationally with people one-on-one. And they make a lot of good friends that way too. So the conversation program is great.
Fantastic. And then the last question that I had, you kind of already went into, but I know that LEAP students do have the opportunity to move on into regular coursework here at
Yeah,
Weber
and actually regular coursework, our classes are already regular. They are already regular coursework. So I think that for some students, like we've had a couple of students in the past, when they found out, they thought, oh, I thought I was just in ESL.
Yeah.
Oh, no. These are not ESL classes. These are academic English classes, fully accredited, counting for graduation, credit-bearing classes. And so I think when our students are ready to, in level 7, and they're taking other classes on campus, we prepare them. We help them choose classes that are not going to be too difficult. We give them some tips, take it with a friend. Ask the teacher if you can record the lectures so that you can listen to them again if you didn't think you got everything. So we give a lot of support that first semester or two out. And we have students come back and just tell us, thank you for teaching me how to take notes. Thank you for teaching me how to give presentations. I feel so comfortable in my class. Actually, I'm doing better than some of my classmates. And so that kind of feedback really feels good for us.
Awesome.
And I have to say, the majority of our students succeed very well. I would say 85% of our students have a 3.0 average or more.
Awesome.
So that's amazing, because that's above the school average.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And then just finally, do you have any sort of message or something you'd like to say to potential Japanese students that might come to Weber State?
I would say that Utah and the location of Weber State is ideal for Japanese students because we're right in the center of a huge ring of national parks, Yellowstone and Grand Canyon, and lots of other nationally recognized and international parks. So if you like nature, you like to get out, you like to go to famous places and see the beautiful sights that we have, this is a wonderful location. It's not too crowded, it's very safe, the people are friendly. And I think it's, for me, it's not the crowded downtown area, but it's still close to Salt Lake. It's still close to all of these places that people would like to go to. So so you can have a little bit of both, but still feel like you've got the opportunity to enjoy skiing. Skiing is 30 minutes away. Golfing, we have so many golf courses, and you can take golf classes here. You can take skiing classes here with a bus that takes you to the ski resorts. We've got many kinds of programs for students who want to get out and enjoy nature with their friends. Awesome. Lots of sports activities for students too. So I would say that it's a fun place to be. So
awesome.
Yeah. They ran off, you know.
Anything else you guys wanted to add?
No, it was wonderful interview. So
It was wonderful. You're so nice because